Welcome to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with my beautiful co-host, Amy Sissel.
That's me, yay!
Yay! And me, Shéa McLeod.
Also beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. USA Today best-selling beautiful authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And as always, this podcast is brought to you by the Caftan Coven.
Welcome to our one-hit wonder pod. We discuss a single topic related to the... Sorry, I didn't actually read that part of the script. That part of the script is always the same.
Right.
So I didn't reread it. It's always the same. Okay, so I wasn't prepared for it to be a one-hit wonder. All right, I'm ready now. I'm ready. Okay.
I don't know why I put that in there. I just went, well, it's not really a mini pod anymore, is it? So I just put one-hit wonder.
I love it. Okay. Sweet. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to our One Hit Wonder Pod, where we discuss a single topic related to the craft, whether it be craft cocktails, witchcraft, or writing craft. Today's topic is cocktail craft. This is part of our series called The Witch's Liquor Cabinet. Today we'll be talking about some delicious spell work in the form of shrubs. Yes, you heard that right. Shrubs. Shéa, WTF is a shrub? I looked up how to say it in German.
Yeah.
Just so, for funsies. But I decided not to go with something Scheiße. Well, was ist Scheiße?
Well, bring us a shrubbery. Yes. So, this is a little bit of a weird one. And probably a lot of people are asking the same question. Because I had never heard of shrubs until I stumbled on a recipe for a cocktail called the Blackberry Shrub, which involves bourbon and this shrub thing. And this was a few years ago, and I made it, and it was like, that is weirdly delicious, unexpected, because shrubs are a little bit weird to modern people. And then I promptly forgot about it until I was putting together this course, and I was like, oh yeah, shrubs. A shrub is a vinegar-based beverage which is pretty much as old as history itself.
This is not to be confused with a scrub. If
Right.
you need to know what a scrub is,
That's a different
I can
thing.
refer you
Right.
to a seminal piece of music.
Yes, absolutely. This is also not a shrub as in a bush or a hedge or any of that sort of thing.
Shrubbery?
The term shrub is borrowed from the Arabic word. Now, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this, but I believe it's sharab, something along that lines, which literally means to drink. And this is according to the Collins English Dictionary, complete and unabridged, and the Oxford Lexico by Oxford University Press. So they know some things.
Legit.
Yeah, they know some things about words and word etymology. So it literally has nothing to do with greenery, gardening. No. Before we had refrigeration and all of that, foodborne illnesses could be prevented, or at the very least minimized, by the use of an acid. So in this case, it was a combination of vinegar and sugar, and when added to fruit or vegetables, it created sort of a rudimentary preservation system that has existed up until modern times. So this goes back, people have been preserving things, pickling things, using vinegar and things for forever. But basically this specifically was a fancy drinking vinegar, which sounds really nasty, but I swear it isn't if you make it right.
It's not nasty.
It's actually quite tasty. So the American version of the shrub, because Americans apparently in the colonial times freaking loved their shrubs. They were crazy about them. It has its origin.
They weren't allowed to drink real alcohol.
No, that was later. No, but it has its origins in 17th century England. Europe in England had shrubs much, much sooner. But our version that we sort of created came from a later point in time in England, where vinegar was used as an alternative to like citrus juices in the preservation of berries and other fruits when it was off season. And in fact, I even found some recipes. Generally, it's done with like fresh fruits, but I actually found some colonial recipes that have like you're adding preserves, like cherry preserves or something, to vinegar.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
that would take care of some of that sugar then too.
Right, it absolutely would. So it would. It's interesting because it's technically if they're preserves, they're already preserved. So I think it was more of a shortcut maybe to just making this drink rather than in use of preservation. But during the colonial era in particular, when daily labor was exhausting and folks needed something to cool off and reinvigorate themselves, shrubs were often just drunk on their own straight up. Shrubs
That's a choice.
It's a choice. Shrubs are kind of strong. But when a more festive mood took hold, they would add it to like an alcoholic beverage to kind of...
Naughty.
So basically...
Sorry, cocktail. I'm just like, bad Puritans, bad.
And weirdly, it was actually soda pop, like the invention of like Coca-Cola and whatnot, that killed the shrub in like the 1800s or whatever, when that became a big thing. That's what killed the shrub.
They had cocaine in them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, I can either drink vinegar or cocaine. So,
I mean, this is tasty, but
it's not cocaine tasty. Actually, I've never had cocaine, just putting that out
neither.
there.
And I certainly don't think you drink it anymore.
I don't think you do.
I don't think that's
the
best method of ingestion.
No, there's other methods, I believe.
Please don't write to us and tell us.
No, we don't want to know. Say no to drugs.
I don't care what you do.
I mean, you do you, boo, but it's not my preferred party.
We say no to cocaine.
We say no to cocaine. Up until modern times, like within the last, 10 years or so, 20 years maybe, when mixologists, who were like, we have this sort of renaissance of cocktail mixology, and they're like, hey, what weird thing can we put in to cocktails? And they found these old shrub recipes and went, hey, Let's try it. This is a weird ass thing. Let's try it. And so there's a lot of bars around now that actually make their own shrubs, just like they make their own bitters and things like that, to use in, like, I was at the haunted, it's kind of a haunted mansion style bar here in Portland.
I'm sighing loudly because I've never been. And it seems unlikely that I will make it there anytime soon.
I will say that it is fun, and the cocktails are amazing. And the one that I had carrot shrub in it. So, yeah. So a lot of times they'll just use it in lieu of another kind of syrup or another kind of like so if something calls for like simple syrup or it calls for like lemon syrup or whatever, they might do a shrub instead.
I have a confession.
Yes.
About shrubs.
About shrubs.
Not about shrubberies. So my confession is that until... When did you upload this script into our drive? A couple days ago?
A couple days ago, yeah.
3 days ago? Mm-hmm. Until 3 days ago, I really had no idea what a shrub was. In my head, it was kombucha. And I've never had kombucha because I have a severe fungus and mushroom allergy.
Oh, yeah.
And some kombuchas have enough fungus in them that I'm afraid they could trigger my allergy. And that doesn't sound like fun times for Amy. So I'm just like, great. Shéa wants me to die. And this is her very subtle way of telling me that I have to go make some kombucha and possibly die. And
actually, no, it's just vinegar. There's no
It
kombucha.
is just vinegar, and it's not. I don't really know what kombucha is either, y'all. But it's what people drink when they're like, I'm just having some kombucha.
I have had kombucha.
I don't know if it's a thing, if it's that popular outside of places like Portland and Brooklyn. I don't know. Places that are like white people pretentious.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had kombucha. It's fine. I
People
had one
love
kombucha that was like root beer. It was actually pretty good, but I was like, why not just drink root beer?
Yeah. So anyway, it's not kombucha. Well, I
It's
mean,
not
I don't
kombucha.
know. It could taste just like kombucha. I would have no idea.
It
But
does
it
not.
turns out it's not kombucha, and
No.
Shea is not overtly trying to kill me.
Not overtly, no. So the beauty of shrubs is that they're not just for cocktails. You can put it in carbonated water to create to flavor your water to create a fizzy non-alcoholic drink. You can flavor just regular plain old flat water. You can create a mocktail. You can use them as like marinades. You can use them as dessert toppings, especially if you're doing like a balsamic thing, like putting it on top of ice cream. Or you can even make salad dressings. Like you can use it for the vinegar part.
So I made a strawberry balsamic shrub,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm imagining it would be good on ice cream if I thickened it a little bit,
Yeah, you probably have to
or
thicken it.
mixed with oil as a salad dressing.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Like just, put in a little oil, mix it up just like you would any vinaigrette.
Huh.
Vinegar, I believe I've read somewhere that like vinegar can actually sort of like tenderize meat.
Yes, that's true.
So if you're pouring a little bit of your shrub on top of some meat, that,
Strawberry balsamic would be real good on pork, I bet.
oh, you know what? You're probably right. Yeah, strawberry balsamic, or if you did like a cherry balsamic, or
Pineapple would be good on pork too.
porn. Yeah, pineapple will be.
I don't know. I'm
'Cause
just saying pineapple for no reason.
yeah, for no reason, because not at all that maybe someone here made some pineapple shrub. So, shrubs and spells in spiritual and magical traditions. Vinegar is highly valued for its cleansing, protective, and binding properties. And because of its acidic and sour nature, practitioners often use it to banish negative energy, preserve. I didn't know this, but they use it to preserve positive intentions because,
Oh,
sometimes you can kind of lose that a little bit when things are hard. And so it helps preserve that positive intention that you put into a spell. Sour or halt negative influences. So, and I kind of love that too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And it's considered a powerful tool for energetic resets.
This is so great because
Yeah.
I don't know how many of y'all went through a granola crunchy hippie goddess DIY phase in your life, like I did in my early 30s.
Mm.
But I made all of my own cleaning products, my own laundry detergent, all my own cleaning products. I had a garden. I made my own beer, my own cheese, my own bread. I canned everything.
Wow, you really got into it.
I made sausages. I smoked my own meat.
Wow.
I was, in a word, insufferable. But vinegar is an amazing cleaning
It
agent.
is. Yeah.
And it's a very strong smell, white vinegar, but it dissipates very, very quickly.
It does,
and it is vinegar and baking soda are an amazing combination for cleaning, as is any kind of citrus.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not only spiritually cleansing, it's literally cleansing.
Yeah.
And I am part of the pro vinegar lobby.
Same. Well, and
I'm just unpaid.
here's the thing. I also recently found out. I knew I had a problem with certain red fruits. Sometimes when I ate them, and by red berries, I should say, raspberries and strawberries. It only happened with those two, and it only happened sometimes, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And then I discovered that I am allergic to some molds. Not like in a you way where you die, but just like
I haven't died yet, to be clear.
But you've tried a time or two, and it's been quite upsetting. And or someone's tried to kill you unintentionally, and that has also been equally upsetting.
Unintentionally, they say.
They say. But I will get hives, and it's always like right along my jawline, and it itches like a mofo, and it's just like so bad, and I couldn't figure it out. And then when they said that, I'm like, oh. So what I started doing is I figured out it was actually the mold. Like sometimes mold will grow on red fruit, like red berries, like strawberry. Well, strawberries are near the ground. And even on raspberries, sometimes it'll start.
Any bits.
Yes, exactly. And you won't know it's there. You might not even be able to taste it if it's just a tiny bit. But apparently my body knows it's there. So what I started
Stupid
doing...
body.
Yes, stupid bodies. Sorry, gotta adjust myself here.
Just your stupid body. I love your body.
Thank you. I love
in
my
like
body
a platonic
too.
way where I appreciate it.
I love
Moving
mine
you from
in
place
a yes. I love mine in all ways, but it really needs to get its shit together. Anyway, so what I started doing, I put like a tablespoon of vinegar, or no, a little bit more than that, but I'll put into cold water, and then I'll put the berries in and let them just sort of sit there and think about what they've done. And then I will put them into a colander and like rinse them really well. And that seems to take care of any hiding little spores for
That's
me.
awesome.
Yeah. So, and then I can eat the berries without having an issue. So
I think I could do that with mushrooms.
No, I do not. Vinegar is kind of amazing. I mean, it's really...
It's magic.
It really is. And of course, as we already know, sugar attracts, it attracts. It sweetens the energy. It brings good luck. It attracts love. It attracts money. It attracts positive energy. It attracts bees. It attracts
bees.
It attracts hummingbirds. You know, it attracts me. I do have a sweet tooth. When you're making a shrub that you're going to be using in your cocktail magic, you're looking at those properties within just the sugar and the vinegar. So then if you choose fruit with an energy you want to bring to your potion, as well as taste, of course, then you come up with something quite dynamic and quite powerful. So like pineapple or blackberry for prosperity, strawberries for love, blueberries...
Love and also fertility and
and fertility.
feminine energy.
Exactly. Blueberries for peace. You can even choose a blend of fruits if you like strawberries and rhubarb. Rhubarb brings emotional balance. I love rhubarb and strawberries.
I do too. I can't find any.
I can't believe you can't find any rhubarb. Like, that just blows my mind. Maybe they just don't know.
I mean, I've been places that are like, we have heard of rhubarb, and it's in a menu item or whatever,
Right,
but I can't
right.
find any for my own
to
personal
actually
self.
purchase. And you
And
don't
I
exactly...
don't know if it's a good balcony plant.
I don't think so, but I don't
Also,
know.
how do you get it if you can't buy it?
Right. It's
I
kind
will
of hard
have
to...
my partner smuggle. I know they have rhubarb in the UK,
Yes, they do.
so I will have him smuggle some rhubarb back because he's going there next month. I'll
Uh-huh.
have him smuggle some back. I'm
There
sure
you go.
now that I've put that out there on the internet,
You
he's
totally
gonna
won't
be
be put
so
in prison
excited to smuggle fruits into the EU.
I mean, there has to be places you can get it from. Like,
You think?
you think. I don't know. It's very interesting. Anyway, so you can play with it's very unique because of the vinegar. It's just not what we're used to, but it really makes a yummy like addition to certain cocktails. So you don't need any fancy equipment to create shrubs in your workshop or kitchen. You don't need any knights or swords. So basically, shrubs are typically 1-1-1 ratio. So that means 1 part fruit, 1 part sugar, 1 part vinegar. The caveat is adjusting that for taste, adjusting that for the type of fruit. I'll talk about that when we talk about my experience making shrub. First, you choose specific vinegar. So typically, apple cider vinegar is probably the most versatile choice. It's the most common. It's the easiest probably to get your hands on. But you can use any potable vinegar. Avoid distilled white vinegar. It's just it's really harsh. It's better for cleaning.
Yeah, clean with that one.
That's a cleaning vinegar. Also, you can choose one that goes really well with your flavor profile, like you did balsamic with your strawberries, or you could have gone like champagne vinegar with your strawberries. Like red or white wine vinegar goes really well with stone fruits. You could also get rice vinegar if you were doing something that you thought would go well with that. I just use apple cider vinegar. I get the raw.
And I used a mixture of mostly apple cider because balsamic is a lot.
Yes.
And then a little balsamic.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have a strong vinegar, like a dark balsamic or a sherry vinegar or something like that, which are really, really strong, then yeah, mixing them like with 50-50 or 25-75 with like an apple cider vinegar is...
Yeah, and I did 75-25.
Yeah, because I have a balsamic that's like 25 years old or something, and it's really thick and really dark. There's no way I would use... I would probably have to dilute it 25-75 at least. Also, check your acidity on your vinegars. It should be at least 5%. That's what most potable vinegars are, around 5%. So,
I should have read this a lot more closely, you guys, before just going out into the wild and like making my own shrub, because I didn't check that. Well, I don't know.
It doesn't matter if you're going to refrigerate it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And honestly, even though my vinegar is 5%, I'm still going to refrigerate it. Because
it probably tastes better cold.
It tastes better cold, I think, and also we have refrigeration, so why not? I don't really want to risk it. Liqueur is one thing, vinegar is another. I don't know. And also, like with mine, I didn't put as much vinegar in it, and we'll get to that later. So your first step is just going to be macerating the fruit with sugar. So before you even touch the vinegar, you want to have your clean fruit that's been chopped or mashed in a bowl with sugar. White sugar is the most common, but you can use brown sugar, you can use honey, you can use a combination. And let the mixture, method is the cold method. There's like 3 methods you can do. You can do the cold method, the hot method, or like there's a blender method or whatever. I have a document with a link, I think, to the 3 kinds. So
very cool. That'll be linked. You'll have access to this.
We'll put that in the show notes. But I just did the cold version because it was the simplest. Basically, you just put your fruit in there, you put your sugar in there, you cover it with like a tea towel and let it sit on the counter for like a couple of days until it looks nice and juicy. And then you want to strain it all into a measuring cup, add an equal amount of vinegar to the syrup, but you should do it slowly, like little bits by little bits, tasting as you go until you get a sharpness that you like. And then pour it in a jar and store in the fridge. So many moons ago when I made a blackberry one, and it was really tasty because the blackberries were fresh, they were ripe, they were so sweet. And I did like with the bourbon and everything, and it was so good. But this time I went with frozen pineapple because I happened to have it in the freezer, and I was like, hey, let's
see what happens.
Well, so I did a mix of brown sugar and white sugar. And when it got done sitting, like there was still so much sugar, and it was so thick that I added a little bit of pineapple juice in there because I was just trying to get the sugar kind of swiped up. And when I added the vinegar, I didn't even add, like it was not a 1-1-1. It was a 1 part sugar, 1 part fruit, and then like not even half a part. It was maybe a third a part of vinegar. And it's still quite acidic. So I'm thinking it probably needs more sugar to it. So I might just add some simple syrup or something. But, because I forgot pineapple is quite acidic. My thought after doing that was like pineapple, or at least frozen pineapple for sure. I think it would be better. Number one, it would be better to do the pineapple fresh than frozen. But also, I think it would do better with the cooked method, where you cook the fruit and get more juice out of it and everything. And it kind of is sweeter when you cook it. Yeah.
Okay, so what I did was I made, as I said earlier, I, until 2 days ago, didn't know what a shrub was. And I kind of Googled a few recipes
Mhm.
and decided that this is the, like, I'm going to make a strawberry balsamic one because I was making strawberry simple syrup for another recipe. So
Mhm.
strawberries, got it taken care of. And then I just made it up from there, more or less.
I mean, I think that's
So
pretty much how this goes with
I
shrubs.
started making my strawberry simple syrup for another
Mhm.
recipe and then brought that all to a simmer. And then I skimmed out half of my strawberries that were in there
Ah.
and put them in a beaker.
Mhm.
And I have a picture of my beaker. It makes me feel like I'm doing chemistry. Put them in my measuring beaker
Mhm.
and added some more sugar because at that point they were just very lightly. So then I
Yeah.
macerated them with sugar for a while until the sugar was all gone into my warm strawberries and everything was mushy and pink.
Mm.
And then I added my 3-to-1 apple cider to balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar to balsamic vinegar
Mhm.
stuff. And I put it in there and I gave it a big stir. And then I stirred it. And so make sure everything was dissolved. And then I threw it in the fridge to hang out until shortly before this started recording
Mm.
when I strained the strawberries out. So I think probably I will do this again with like a more
Mhm.
proper methodology,
Mm.
but it's good flavor at least.
Yeah. Because that's the important part, that it's good flavor. And probably with yours, it will probably taste better as it like sits,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how balsamic and strawberries just tend to work together. They kind of like,
Oh, it's a very good flavor combination.
so good. And they love to just sort of hang out and swim in each other's juices. Oh, that sounded dirty.
Ew.
Um, So the great thing about this, with my recipe, the person who I got the recipe from, they have you add 2 ounces of the pineapple shrub to the same amount of rum and the same amount of club soda to create pineapple-y, rummy concoction. I haven't tried that yet, but that's on the list. I might have to play with the shrub a little bit more because I do think it needs more sugar. And then for pineapple mocktail, like, they had 2 ounces of pineapple shrub and 2 ounces of club soda. Well, this morning I did the shrub, and then I did sparkling water, and it was actually pretty tasty. It was a little acidic, why I think it needs played with, but
Well, and I made basically a shrub Collins with
um,
mine. So I had equal parts gin and shrub, the
mm,
strawberry balsamic shrub,
yeah,
and then topped with club soda. So I think it
hmm,
probably would have been a 1-to-1-to-1.
yeah,
The recipe had way less shrub, and I took a drink of it. I'm like, ooh, this needs more.
hmm, yeah,
So, and I just used regular sparkling water and not club soda because I didn't
yeah. I
feel
think you
like
can
I
with
wanted
shrub
to add
because,
baking soda to
yeah,
anything. But I think this would also be very good as, I mean, without the gin, but
hmm,
also with some like lemon syrup as like
ooh,
kind
yeah,
of a strawberry balsamic lemonade.
ooh, that would be
I think that would be a
delicious.
really great non-alcoholic
Yeah, super
option as
tasty.
well.
I mean, and that, because we're coming up in the northern hemisphere towards summer,
Yes.
and having nice, cold, tasty beverages is like that are
I mean, we're
non-alcoholic
smack
is.
dab in summer right now. It's past midsummer
I guess so.
when this comes out.
When this comes out, yeah. And the other thing is, like, there is some health benefits to drinking vinegar, like digestive benefits as well. Make sure, now, again, with balsamic, there are some people who cannot have balsamic vinegar because of allergy reasons. So be cautious with that.
I didn't know what balsamic was made of before
Mm.
today, but it's made with grape must, so that can invite fungus in. I'm fortunate that so far,
So far,
knocking
so
on
good.
wood,
Yeah.
that hasn't been a problem
Yeah.
for me.
So some people who have a
But that
fungus
is
issue, yeah. And whatever my mold situation is, it's not fungus. Like, I can eat mushrooms, blue cheese, balsamic, all of that without any problems. Thank
Raggart.
God. Neener, neener. Yes, but I can't eat any seafood. I'm allergic to beef. So,
Okay, wait. Haha, I can have those things.
so there you go. And so that is our shrubs. So, final deep thoughts.
Wait, can I say something before we
Yes,
finish up?
Amy, can you please share your final deep thoughts on shrubs with us?
This is pre-final deep thoughts.
Oh,
This
pre-final
is
deep thoughts.
This is just because I just learned what balsamic was made of,
Uh-huh.
which is weird, but I've never been a vinegar head. I decided that's a thing. But the magical properties of balsamic vinegar, because it's made from grape must,
Oh, yeah.
are transformation, abundance, and raw vitality.
Ooh, get you some raw vitality.
I know, right? I
Yes.
feel very vital.
So yeah, your vinegar properties. You've got your general vinegar properties, but then your vinegar properties are also going to be affected by what it's made of. So, like apple cider vinegar is literally made with apples, so you're going to have some of that in there, which feminine energy, love, fertility. If you're doing it, if you're rice wine vinegar, you're going to have the properties of the rice and so on. Yeah.
This is a very powerful
Is
cocktail that I just had because we've got gin, we've
ah
got strawberries for like
yeah.
love and feminine energy
Mm-hmm.
and creativity. I've got my
Yes.
balsamic for
Nice.
transformation, abundance, raw vitality. Get it?
And if you were wondering what I was sipping on, because I had my I had my my smash drink earlier, and there that shows up. I have a video of me making the smash, me making the shrub, and I actually have a video in the video of me making the little drink that I made, so you can see that. But this is a the cocktail that we used in our Letha episode. I am enjoying it thoroughly, so be sure to check that out on our Letha episode.
Midsummer margarita.
Mm-hmm. So good. And that was made with the strawberry syrup. Anyway, so final deep thoughts. Let's say making your own shrub is a unique bit of kitchen witchery. It's deeply tied to both European and American roots. So if you identify with those roots, that's part of your heritage, and this is something that you can enjoy and be a part of. But it's with a new and a modern twist, because obviously we have new and modern ways of making this. You can be creative, experimental, make as much as or little as you need. You can do like half a cup, half a cup, half a cup kind of a thing, just make a little bit.
You do you, boo.
You do you, boo. And just like with all the other elements of cocktail making that we've discussed, it's just as fluid and
Fun?
yeah, as all the rest. And versatile. It's literally right in front of me. Versatile and fun. So the next time you run across a knight who says knee,
Me.
you'll be able to offer them a shrubbery. Oh, yay! I can't help myself. I just can't.
And I don't want you to.
Myself.
Y'all, when I saw all the Knights of Me stuff in this script, I was beyond delighted. And when I shared that with Shéa, she informed me that if I had not gotten her jokes, our friendship and this podcast
Would be
might
over.
have been over.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to speak
Fortunately,
to
I'm
her
a Monty
anymore.
Python fan. And I
Just
hope y'all
like-
are too.
Just like your best friend.
Medieval historian, Dr. Eleanor Janega.
Yes. So I see, and I knew with all my heart that you would appreciate this joke as much as I did, because we are both those
Brave
kinds
Sir
of...
Robins.
Yes. He boldly ran away.
Oh my god, y'all. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
our
you.
journey.
Yes.
We're loving sharing our Witches Liquor cabinets with you.
Mm-hmm.
So please take a moment to like, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our podcast,
Mm-hmm.
follow us on Instagram.
And
Give
let
us
us
a
know.
comment.
Yeah, let us know also if you make a shrub. Share a picture of it with. Let us know what you make. Let us know what you think. I'm really curious about this, probably even more than any of the other ones, because it's so freaking weird and unusual
It
for
is weird.
us. Yeah, just not something you think of. So let us know for sure if you make a shrub.
Subscribe to our newsletter. Head over to our website, cliffhangersandcocktails.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Again, thank you. Thank you so much.
Until next time.